So our very first step is gessoing our wood panel. We want to have a good surface to be doing our painting on, and that comes with putting a base coat or gesso on our panel. So I'm going to do the edges as well as the front, because we are going to paint the edges as well, and we want to have a nice base coat for the paint on there to adhere to as well. I always use gesso for this. I hear you can use some white acrylic paint for it, but I've always had gesso that I've used for it. Again, it just gives you a nice surface that you can work on. If by chance your wood panel has rough edges or needs sanding or whatever, you definitely want to be doing that before you do the gesso section. You want to prep it that way first, although sometimes you don't see some of the imperfections till you gesso it, but a lot of things are going to be, because of the texture of our paint and stuff like that, we're not going to see some of the imperfections. And you can see I kind of pull the paint from the outside from doing the edges first, and then I gesso my center. A little bit more needed. And after I do the edges and then do the center, I like to go over the whole surface so that I don't have half strokes in the middle of it. And most of the time one coat is plenty, but if you do find it's not thick enough, you may need to add an extra coat. But for this one coat is looking like it's going to be plenty here. All right, I'm going to let that completely dry. You want that to be 100% dry before you start doing your painting. And the first thing that we are going to paint is our sky. We're going to be working from top to bottom, which is basically farthest to nearest. So let that completely dry, and I'll see you in the next video when we start painting our sky.